Self-driving car companies Cruise and Waymo have received approval from the California Public Utilities Commission to expand their driverless vehicle operations in San Francisco. The approval allows Cruise, which is predominantly owned by General Motors, and Waymo, a subsidiary of Alphabet, Google's parent company, to increase the number of vehicles they deploy in the city and start charging fares for rides at all times. This decision comes after 2 previous delays in the voting process and represents a significant victory for Cruise and Waymo as they strive to expand their autonomous vehicle services throughout California and other cities in the United States. San Francisco has served as a major testing ground for self-driving cars, and some residents have already become accustomed to using these vehicles. The companies now aim to establish ride-hailing services that can compete with popular platforms like Lyft and Uber. However, the deployment of autonomous vehicles has raised concerns among residents. Some first responders have expressed that the vehicles hinder their operations, while pedestrians have taken to social media to report various instances of unusual behavior by the driverless cars. Alice Reynolds, the president of the California Public Utilities Commission, emphasized the expectation for autonomous vehicle AAV companies to engage with first responders, law enforcement, and city officials to address these concerns. While the Commission acknowledges the existing concerns, they believe that the resolutions presented by Cruise and Waymo meet their requirements for expansion. The vote by the Commission resulted in a 3-1 approval of the proposals put forth by Cruise and Waymo. Commissioner Genevieve Sharoma was the lone dissenting vote, arguing that the vote was premature due to the lack of information regarding the number of vehicles the companies plan to deploy if the resolutions were approved. Following the vote, Waymo announced that they will begin charging fares for rider-only trips in San Francisco in the coming weeks, gradually inviting more people from the waiting list to utilize their app for autonomous rides. On the other hand, Cruise has not yet responded to requests for comment. Ahead of the vote, numerous individuals spent hours providing public comments both in support of and against the proposals by the companies. Some urged the Commission to reject the proposals, expressing concerns regarding the readiness of the technology, accessibility for people with disabilities, and the potential threat to human jobs. Conversely, others encouraged the Commission to embrace this technological advancement, highlighting its potential to eliminate human errors, improve safety, and enhance accessibility for individuals with disabilities. Some of those in favor of the proposals identified themselves as testers and partners associated with Cruise and Waymo. Commissioner Darcy Houck, prior to the vote, requested that the Commission staff report back on safety incidents and reports within 3 months if the proposals by the companies were accepted. Currently, Cruise offers paid rides during nighttime hours in San Francisco, while Waymo has been providing free rides as they awaited permission from the state to offer paid rides. Both companies have waiting lists for their respective services. In May, San Francisco city officials sent a letter expressing concerns about the proposed expansion of autonomous vehicles in the city. Officials cited a tripling of reported incidents involving Cruise and Waymo vehicles in recent months. Cruise and Waymo have both previously stated to the Wall Street Journal that their autonomous cars have not been involved in any traffic fatalities. Waymo reported that in their first 1,000,000 miles driven, their fully autonomous vehicles did not cause any collisions with human drivers. As Cruise and Waymo plan their expansions, they face pressure not only from city officials but also from their shareholders. Thus far, the autonomous vehicle ventures have generated minimal revenue. General Motors reported $102 million in sales and $3.3 billion in costs and expenses related to Cruise in the previous year, while Alphabet was encouraged by shareholders in November to reduce losses associated with long-term bets such as Waymo. Although the companies have expressed their intentions to expand their operations across the country, they are confronted with a significant challenge of convincing consumers to embrace their services. According to a 2022 survey conducted by consumer intelligence firm J.D. Power, the majority of consumers are fine with driver assist technology, but only a mere 12% feel comfortable with fully self-driving features.